Hey, what's going on, guys? So I saw this interesting commentary. I don't know if it's old or not, but basically Tyler Perry was responding to some criticisms from guys like Spike Lee about his character Medea. Now, a lot of y'all know the story. A lot of people feel that Medea is a walking stereotype, that Medea is the billion-dollar minstrel show that Tyler Perry has been able to use to build his massive empire within theater. Now, here's the thing, though, right? With Medea, I think we have to acknowledge that there's diversity of thought. Some people love Medea. I mean, if people didn't love Medea and didn't love Tyler Perry, he wouldn't make as much money as he's making right now. And I think there has to be room for that for sure. Now, the other thing, though, is that stereotypes do matter. Remember, the world sees black people as buffoons. The world sees black men as weak. The world loves to see black men as feminine. We know that Hollywood has an agenda. And despite the fact that we might celebrate the idea that Tyler Perry makes all this money, well, making money doesn't make everything okay, right? We can't just assume, again, I'm an expert on money, and I can tell you money can be the devil if you start worshiping it, and you never want to worship the devil. You use money to achieve your goals, but money over everything is not a good philosophy to have if you want to be a free black person in America. Now, here's the thing about Tyler Perry, and this is the thing that led Tyler to give me a call about maybe 8 or 9 years ago. I did a thing on CNN, and they were asking me about Tyler Perry, and I said, yeah, I don't think I want to see any Medea movies. I'm not in that target demographic. However, Tyler really isn't hurting anybody. And let me just tell you, I think he's a nice guy. You know, he's not going around telling black men to go kill each other. He's not telling young kids to go get hooked on drugs. He's actually using Medea for therapy. And that was one of the things that he brought up when we had our brief conversation, was he said that Medea gets therapy to people who won't go get therapy. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm married to a therapist, and I think y'all need real therapy because our trauma in our community is very real. We have to stop ignoring it and act like it doesn't happen. But I get the point. I get it, right? Comedy is a great way to get people to open to new ideas. Medea is comedy. Now, one thing that he said to me that I really wonder about, though, is that he said that he hates practicing the Medea character. He hates doing that character. He's going to put Medea to death. He said something like that years ago. Last time I checked, Medea's still doing movies. Medea's still out there. Medea's still everywhere. Now, here's the thing. One thing I would ask Tyler, if we were to talk again, is I noticed when I was he was gracious enough to give me a tour, not him, but his number 2 in command. He gave me a full tour of his Tyler Perry studios. And when I walked through this place, I was super impressed. I loved the way he provided so much tribute and respect to timeless, ageless black legends from Cicely Tyson on down. I loved what he's built down there in Atlanta. I think it's really extraordinary. But one of the things I noticed, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but I don't think anybody can name a single writer or director that has become famous as a result of being mentored by Tyler Perry. Not to say he hasn't supported people, not to say he hasn't paid millions of dollars out to actors and actresses and directors and writers and everything else. But I remember that image of him in his writing room where he was the only person in the writing room. And I find that a little bit strange that you're writing for shows that have as many as 5, 6, 7, 8 black female characters, and you're playing every single character. Now, I don't know if that means that there's some sort of personality disorder going on or what, but I would love to see more stars coming out of Tyler Perry's camp, meaning I'd like to see the next Ava DuVernay coming out of his camp. I'd like to see who's the next Tyler Perry, who's the next black male director, writer, etc. that's become famous, because if you don't produce people like that, that can lead people to presume that perhaps you're there to worship yourself. So even though I think Tyler Perry is a great guy, I think that Spike Lee's criticism was a little bit harsh. I understand both perspectives, and I think most people do, and most people should, that Spike is right. We have to think about how we're represented in media. We know white folks will always pay you to portray yourself in a way that is derogatory. We know that Hollywood has this weird agenda. They love to see a black man in a dress. We know all these things. Well, at the same time, though, we have bigger fish to fry than Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is not, in my view, an enemy of the black community. And in many ways, we can learn from Tyler Perry's success in terms of creating sustainable business models that actually can create real jobs in the black community. Well, my name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. If you'd like to learn more about investing or whatever the case may be, or get better at your own independent wealth, my PhD's in finance, I'd love to teach you. Feel free to go to blackmoneyminute.com. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.